relate ourselves to the whole of humankind. To go into this matter rather deeply, not only to be aware, naturally and easily, with our own particular problems, which are related to the problems of the world, because we human beings are more or less alike throughout the world, psychologically. You may have different color, different culture, different habits and customs. But in spite of that, all human beings go through a great deal of travail, great deal of sorrow, great anxieties, loneliness, despairs, depressions. Not being able to solve them, they seek salvation through somebody else, through various forms of beliefs, dogmas, and acceptance of authorities. So, when we are discussing, talking over together these problems, if we merely confine ourselves to our own particular little problem, then that self-centered activity, only makes it more narrow, more limited, and therefore it becomes more of a prison. Whereas if we could, during these talks and dialogues, question and answers, if we could relate ourselves to the whole of humankind, to the whole of humanity, we are part of that humanity. We are part of that humanity. Over in the East, they suffer just as much as you do. They have their sorrows, their unhappiness, their utter loneliness. A sense of negligence by the society. There is no security, no certainty. They are confused as much as we are here. So we are essentially, deeply psychological, part of that humanity.
out of that humanity.
I think this must be understood really not merely verbally or intellectually or through reason, but one has to feel this. It is not a sentiment or romantic idea, but an actuality. That we're part of this whole of humankind. And therefore, we have a tremendous responsibility and to bring about a unity among all our other human beings. It's only religion who can do this. Bring us all together. Not politics. Not science. Not some new philosophy. Or some expensive economy. Or various organizations, political, religious, none of them are going to bring us together as a whole.
As a whole.
Or various organizations, political, religious, none of them are going to bring us together as a whole.
As a whole.
I think this one has to realize very deeply that no organization, religious, political, economic, or the various forms of United Nations organizations will bring man together. It's only religion, in the deep sense of that word,
in the deep sense of that word,
can bring us all together. Religion, we mean by that word, not all that is going on in the world, the various superstitions, the make-believe, the hierarchical setup, the dogmas, the rituals, the beliefs. Religion is far beyond all that.
Religion is far beyond all that.
It's a way of living, daily. And if we could think over together, think together, not about something, but have the capacity to be able to look, hear, and think together. Could we, during this talk, do that? Not that we must agree with each other or accept each other's opinions or judgments, but rather putting aside our own particular point of view, our own experience, our own conclusions, if we can, set those aside and have the capacity to think together. Not about something, which is fairly easy, but to be able to see the same thing together, to hear the same meaning, significance, the depth of a word. To hear the same song, not interpreted according to your like and dislike, but to hear it together. Because I think it's very important to be able to think together.
To be able to think together.
Not as a group having the same thought, the same point of view, the same outcome. But having set aside one's own particular idiosyncrasies, habits of thought, come together in thought. Say, for instance, we can think together about belief. We can argue for it or against it. We can see how important belief is to have some kind of psychological security. And being desirous of that security, we will believe in anything. This is happening in the world. Believe in the most ridiculous nonsense, both economically, religiously, and in every way. So we can think about a belief together, agreeing or disagreeing. But we're trying something else, which is not thinking about something, but thinking itself together.
Which is not thinking about something, but thinking itself together.
I wonder if I'm making myself clear.